are you? Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to talk about something a little bit more deep, a little bit more personal. So as you can see, I don't have my notebook in front of me, which I use a lot. I use sticky notes all over my house because I have no memory. I watch so much stuff. I love documentaries. I love, crimes. I love learning new stuff. I absolutely do. I spend so much time in my day learning stuff. But for some reason, it doesn't stick into my brain. So I always said if it did stick in my brain, I'd be a genius of everything I learned. But sadly, it doesn't. So I had to write everything down. But I did not write anything down for this video, and I'm just going to try to speak how I'm feeling at this very moment. I don't know how it's going to come across. I stumble over my words a lot. I forget where I'm going, so I hope I don't. If I do, please just bear with me. So I was watching back on my other two videos, and it seemed like I was this huge Jeffree and Shane stan girl. And I want to play devil's advocate for a minute and say that if you're not a fan of Jeffree or you're not a fan of Shane, I can understand. I am not the one to tell you who you can and cannot support or who you should like or who you should not like. I will say you shouldn't be putting comments out there, telling somebody to harm themselves and really just if you don't care for that person, just ignore. Block them and be done with it. We really don't need hate out in the universe. There is so much hate and so much negativity already out there. So I want to say I do understand, because sometimes I kind of feel that way. It's hard to explain. Because you see Jeffree and he's like flaunting all the stuff he has, flaunting his name brand clothes and purse and his nice cars and his $1 million house, and he's just taking all the pictures on Instagram and he just looks completely unbothered, right? And that pisses you off, right? Because he's hurt you and you feel like he owes you an explanation or to explain to you and it's like, tell me, is what they're saying true about you? Is that how you feel? Are those the things you've done? Or is that the stuff you've said? Have you done those things to your friends? And you want answers. And does he owe it to you? I don't know. He did get, his money and his fame from being a wonderful makeup artist. He's a likable person. He did a lot. He's a hard worker. He's put a lot of work into himself. But it also came from people like you and me. We're also the ones who put all that money in his pocket and made him to who he is today. We're the ones who spent hours watching the videos and buying the merch. So I can understand why people would be hurt or upset or feel like they deserve an explanation. But honestly, this is kind of how I feel about it. And I know there's a lot of people who look at it like how I just explained it, but this is how I look at it. This is how, and I could be completely delusional and, making excuses for him. I don't know. Maybe I am. But this is how I look at it. He seems like he's this very strong person and nothing people say bother him. But honestly, I think it does. I think it would any human. Especially having the weight of the entire internet weighing down on you. It has to hurt. It has to bother you. So even though you're getting on your Instagrams and you're smiling and looking completely unbothered and like you're happy, I truly don't think he is. I don't think he's as happy as you guys think he is. And I don't think there is any reason anybody should be sending any kind of hate or anything like that. I would really hope to see Jeffree get back and making YouTube videos. I know my last video it said Jeffree quits YouTube because when he was in the podcast, he said that he was kind of going to like the IG stories. He was writing a book. He wasn't really going to come out on YouTube anymore. He kind of just hasn't been feeling it. Kind of been down in the dumps. 2020's been a hard year for him. And then Shirley, soon as I put the video up, he says, coming out with a video Friday. I'm like, really? Really? Okay. So everyone's like, oh, that was a thumbnail, you know. But, I don't know. I hope he comes back and does his Jeffree approved videos and, you know. But I can't say that he owes it to me or anything like that. I don't know. I just don't feel right doing it. But I can definitely understand why people feel like, because if it was anybody else, let's just say Tana, you know, she's got her fame, and Jake and all them. They got their fame from people giving them views and all that. And now it's kind of like they're like walking over the little people like, you know what, screw you. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the money in my pocket. But now I got so much of it, I don't need you guys no more. So we're just going to go, you know, off and do whatever with all the millions you've made me. So I can understand why the fans would be upset. I do. So speaking of that, yes, Tana's still partying away, no mask, in the middle of a pandemic. Nothing's changed there. Anyways, so off this topic, that's something I wanted to say because I know everyone's like, oh, she's just this die-hard Jeffree and Shane fan, and I am fans of them. And I am kind of to the point where I'm kind of side-eyeing them, like, and I know Shane wants to come back. I can tell because he keeps inching his way into the podcast. He keeps kind of putting Instagrams. He's putting fillers out, and people feel like he shouldn't. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should Shane just come back? I know he does have a lot of fans that want to see him. So, I mean, I think he should. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So, on another topic, I want to talk about Morgan. I don't know, is her last name, is it Morgan Adams? Is that who it is? So, I watched her on the podcast with Ryland. And they were like kind of like saying they had this big old argument, the worst argument they ever had, because Ryland goes around like everything's unicorns and butterflies, and she's kind of in this mind state of kind of being down in the dumps. Everything kind of looks hopeless. And then today she had a video, I don't know if she put it out today, it might have been a couple days ago, and she was moving and she was talking about coming off the medication and, you know, her mental health. And I'm going to tell you something. Seeing her on video, I really enjoy it, and I feel for her because that's kind of how I am. I love Peter Mon because he's just so chippity and blah, 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 blah. And I'm so envious of that because I love that, and I watch it every morning because it kind of helps me, puts me in a positive mood and gets me ready to start my day. Because I too fight. That was fast. I too fight with, you know, mental illnesses and feeling sad, and I am blessed. And I said that in my other video. I have a roof over my head. I have, you know, food in my belly. My kids are healthy. I have no wants, no needs right now. But still, for some reason, I get sad. And I don't know why, but that's how my brain works. And that's kind of why I've been going back and forth, and I kind of wait, and it took me a long time to make my first video because I wanted to make it where I was kind of more uppity and cheerful, because nobody wants to sit there and watch somebody just monotone and blah, blah, you know, sad, boo-hoo, you know, people want to see upbeat. But you know what? I bet there are people who do want to see the real people, you know, the ones who are struggling, so they can say, you know what, I'm struggling too. You know, I can understand where you're coming from. That's my kitty. She wants back into this room. So it really hit a nerve when I was watching her and how she was talking about struggling, because I completely understand it. And she was talking about she's getting off her meds, and it's been really hard for her. And I've had a lot of trouble with medications. I'm actually on Wellbutrin right now. I've been on that one for a while. They've tried to put me on other ones. I don't want to get on any. I don't really want to be on a bunch of meds. I'm not saying you shouldn't get on meds if you need it, because if a doctor says it, you know, go ahead, try it, give it a chance. They don't. They really just don't work. A lot of them really mess with me. I know when I was younger, I was on one, and it started making me hear stuff, and it just wasn't a good mix. I really kind of like to live naturally. I'm taking like vitamins, and I watch videos that make me happy, you know, fun videos like Peter, and, you know, stuff that makes me laugh and lighthearted. I know I came a long way from where I was. I mean, every day I change, so my opinions might change day from day. But I know last year, like, I was in a really dark place with my anxiety and my anger. And when I was younger, I was a very angry person. Like, I would explode at people. I didn't know, it don't matter if I knew you, you're a stranger, you did something to cross me, and I was in your face, ready to fight. That was me. And I was talking about this earlier because we were in the drive-thru at McDonald's, and this older couple wouldn't go, and the guy behind them was screaming, "Oh, you idiots, move, get out of the way!" And, you know, I kind of, and it was me and them, you know, where the two lines meet, and it was their turn, but I guess she didn't know, I don't know, so I kind of just, go ahead, and the truck was still screaming and yelling at them, and like I was telling my friend, I was like, you know, last year, or not, maybe not last year, but even a couple years ago, that would have been me, screaming and road rage and acting full. And now I don't know if it's getting older, I don't know what it is, but now I'm just like, go ahead, you know, if you're in a big hurry, why get in the line at McDonald's at dinner time? I'm just more patient now, I've noticed, and it could be the Wellbutrin. I don't know, I'm taking Wellbutrin, I take the 5-HTP, and I take my vitamins. I make myself drink water every day because I'm a very unhealthy eater. I don't eat well. I live off Mountain Dews. So I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier and do better. But, I mean, I was just wondering, what do you guys think? Like, would you rather see somebody just get on the camera? And if you're this happy, chirpy person, that's wonderful. Like, do you? You know, put that goodness out in the universe. People like me, we need that. But would you guys also like to see, you know, the people like me tell you, you know, or even like Jeffree Star? Because I know he said on one video that he don't like to show his vulnerable side because people would eat him apart. Would they? Have you ever shown that part of you? If he has and people ripping apart, please comment below. Let me know which video, what happened, because I haven't seen it. And I guess that's about all in this video. I guess we can talk about it more. But I just wanted to put it out there because after I put a video out that I'm like, oh, I should have said that, or I wish I put that, and oh, they're gonna take this the wrong way, and I really meant this, and I hope they don't take that away. And I'll probably do it after this video too, because I'm sure I'm forgetting something. But I don't know, I really connected with Morgan and she was just crying in her car, and I felt that because like literally like all day today I just could cry on the spot. it's really hard when a lot of people around you just don't really understand and don't get it. And a lot of people are like, well, do you need something? Do you need, want to go shopping? That'll cheer you up. And it's, no, that won't cheer me up. I don't know. But I guess that's all for tonight, guys. Till next time, see you later. Okay, that didn't shut off.